question remains that this is the first Prime Minister in the history of India, or probably any democratic country, where a no confidence motion is there because the Prime Minister does not have a courage, when he has a thumping majority, to walk into the Parliament and speak. This Prime Minister, who has seen in these 3 months the Governor of Manipur being helpless. The newspapers every day report, just yesterday, the report is 15-16 people killed. The number of ammunition looted, this is Economic Times, talking about 4,000, allow me to complete. Just look at the chronology of events. The in charge of Manipur is Sambit Patra, a spokesperson of BJP, who has taught nationalism to the entire nation, telling how powerful the leadership of the Prime Minister is. In this time, tell me one BJP member of parliament, including the one from Manipur itself, who has sought for peace in the state. Has any chief minister of BJP?
Like I just said, you've had the Home Minister himself saying that the MOS home is sitting in Imphal. He was sent there for 80 days. He was sitting there. That the Prime Minister is keeping track of what's happening. They have got a special advisor.
It is not a cricket match.
They've got a special advisor.
It does not matter.
There.
It is not a cricket match. The newspapers today report that the Home Minister of India is now in charge of election rallies. What is more important? In Manipur, allow me to complete. What is more important? In Manipur, a freedom fighter's wife, 80-year-old, was burnt alive. Did anyone from BJP speak to their kin? In Manipur, that two women, the newspapers report today that they are investigating how the video was shot. They are not investigating why the National Commission for Women sat on that video, that FIR. They are not investigating.
No, that's not true, actually. That's not true, actually, Mr. Tiwari. They are investigating the crime, and that's why the phone has been taken.
I'm coming to that.
Yeah.
Tell me, in this time when the FIR was lodged, NCW was sitting, what was Smriti Irani doing? Here is a case where a Kargil warrior is saying that I could defend my country, but I could not defend my wife. The problem of BJP, what you mentioned as out of the blue. Out of the blue is the video came out and the Prime Minister is now accountable to the entire nation, and such shamelessness of this government and the Prime Minister saying that the nation is angry. I am outraged and the nation is shamed with this. No, you have shamed the nation. The nation must be angry.
Okay, but what's your question?
The question is, can the PM? The question is the Prime Minister toothless, voiceless, powerless, or is just shameless?
Can I come in?
Let Mr. Ajay respond to this.
I have listened to all the three panelists very patiently, without interrupting them for a single second, except for this moment when he said that the Prime Minister has ashamed the nation. In all their statements, did you find a single line that should be the approach of the government towards giving a solution? No. What all the three approach were? BJP failure, Prime Minister failure, Prime Minister toothless, Prime Minister doing nothing, Prime Minister responsible, double engine failure. What is your narrative? Your narrative is to just put the BJP in dock. Your narrative is not Manipur. That's what I'm saying. This is the political opportunity you're trying to find, which you will fail.
Ashutosh.
Prime Minister is the leader of the nation. If there is a crisis in the nation, the Prime Minister has to speak. It's simple. World over. It's not only that India.
He spoke.
When demonetization was happening, he addressed to the nation. When the lockdown was to happen, he addressed to the nation. When the Manipur was happening.
On TV, not on the parliament.
Let me
He spoke on TV.
Let me complete.
For that become 36 seconds.
For demonetization, you can address to the nation. For a small thing, you are addressed to the nation. This crisis of this proportion, and Prime Minister is silent. I can understand. See, I can understand.
He's saying that should the Prime Minister talk when there was widespread violence in Bengal?
Forget about the opposition.
Forget about the opposition. The opposition is creating all the political opportunity out of this.
BJP MLAs.
No, hold on. Why forget the opposition?
Let me complete. I didn't disturb anyone.
It's not a shouting match.
What about more than a dozen BJP MLAs who flew down from Imphal to the Delhi and they came in and said, remove the Chief Minister. A BJP MLA said the Chief Minister is hand in glove with the military.
But Ashutosh, here's the thing. The elephant in the room is, and what the government is conceding at this point, that, and you speak to most of the security personnel who are deployed there, they will say one thing, that right now there is no MLA, there is no policeman, there is only communities. People are reacting as communities, not as MLA.
India and the Manipur wants to know when the peace will happen. You are taking n number of measures. I'm not discounting the government is not taking action.
Since the 18th of July,
why there is no peace?
Since the 18th of July,
are failing.
Since the 18th of July, there has been no killing. No. Since the 18th of July,
yesterday
internet has been partially lifted.
No, that is not true. That is not true. People are just today. The only submission is, I'm not saying the government is not taking action. I'm saying government is failing because government is clueless, doesn't know what to do.
Okay, no, before you ask a question,
what people are now perceiving is the entitlement of the opposition. You requested for a discussion in the parliament, the government conceded. Now you are in the opposition, this is not even a coalition government. How can you dictate how the discussion will happen, who should speak, who should not speak? Your job as the opposition... hold on.
According to the rule.
No, as the opposition, your job is to ask the questions, not tell the government how the questions are to be asked. You're not even asking the questions. And sir, you said that the Prime Minister should speak on Manipur. Should the Prime Minister also speak on Bengal? Because then your alliance will have a problem.
Obviously.
Because then the Congress alliance will have a problem.
On record, I'm saying this. If there is
He also spoke on Manipur. He also spoke on Manipur. He also spoke on Manipur.
He spoke about Rajasthan.
He did that.
He did that. And that is how he is trying to display.
Okay, if you wanted the Prime Minister to speak, why did you meet the Home Minister in
the Prime
all-party
Minister
meeting?
should speak.
Why did you meet the Home Minister in all-party meeting?
This seems to be counterintuitive. You remember, ironically, 2 years ago, it was on the 2nd of May only that post-poll violence started in West Bengal. Are you expecting that the Prime Minister will stand up in Parliament and say, this is what is happening in Bengal? It was a state issue. It was a law and order issue, but a horrible crime happened. And that is why the Prime Minister made one statement.
Can I intervene?
Yes.
Since TN session,